So hello gamers and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you the top 10 PDWs or SMGs in Phantom Forces. Keep in mind that this is my opinion, but I'm going to be real. I have a lot of kills on PDWs. Like I got 1,000 on this one, I got 400 on this one, 300, 800, 300, 1,500, 1,500, 1,000, 2,000. Like I got a lot of kills on PDWs. So let's just jump into it with number 10, the UMP-45. Now the UMP-45 might not necessarily be the best PDW in the game, but I had to put it on the list because not only is it probably better than most of the other PDWs, it's also just so easy to use. And I've said this multiple times. I had a friend who was a low rank and he had the MP5K10, which I believe to be one of the best PDWs in the game, and he couldn't really use it effectively. So I was like, you know what, use the UMP-45, and he did, and he was doing way better with it because this gun has no recoil, very high damage, as well as very high penetration and good range. It does have kind of on the slower side velocity. It's pretty average for PDWs at 1,500, which is not really the best, but it can 2-shot to the head, it can 3-shot to the body, and it can kill with 5 hits at any range. And if you want the better velocity, you can also use 45 Super. That will give you a little bit more recoil and a little bit less damage at range. Still a 6-shot at range, which is pretty much on par with the other PDWs. This gun can 5-hit kill at any range, which is really nice. It's also got the 40 Smith & Wesson conversion, which is a very good long-range conversion with good damage, good 4-hit kill range, good velocity, better RPM, bigger size magazine. I really do recommend this gun. It's not necessarily the best gun in the game, but I'm gonna be real, it's really good. Accurate, great for close range. It just feels super consistent damage-wise. I don't know. I really like the gun. Check it out. You have it. It's like rank 4. But yeah, I thought I would be dead right now, and I actually stopped moving because I was like, I'm dead. But I'm not dead. I'm still in, dude. At number 9, we have a PDW known as the P90. The P90 is kind of like a somewhat middling rank gun. It's rank 24, so you're not going to have it immediately, but a lot of people watching this video probably have this gun unlocked. And I'm going to be real, it's a pretty popular gun, especially for new players, so you've probably used it before. However, it's actually a very good gun for anybody. On paper, the damage seems pretty low. It's 25. The thing is, that's still a 4-hit kill, which most of the PDWs are, so it's not really a big problem. And it also fires very fast, and it also has a 50-round magazine with a very fast reload. The same reload time as the MP7, however, it's got 50 rounds instead of 30. And if you want faster handling, reload time, walk speed, aiming speed, everything like that, you can use the 30-round Civi mag, which will give you the same reserve ammo, just less bullets in a magazine, and a faster reload. And I do 100% recommend this conversion. It's very good. This gun is just really great. I do recommend it for basically everybody. It's got high velocity, high penetration, good ranges. It's a very good PDW. At number 8, we have a less known PDW, the L2A3, specifically the ZX7. This gun can actually 2-hit kill to the limbs in close range, but if you use long barrel, it can't 2-hit kill limb, but it can still 3-hit kill and 2-shot kill if you hit 1 headshot, and it has about a 150 stud 3-hit kill range. So if you want to never not 3-hit kill with a very fast handling gun with honestly pretty good recoil, this is really good. It does 49 to 23 and has a 236 stud min damage range. It won't 2-shot limb with 45 if you're using long barrel, which is kind of annoying, and don't use long barrel unless you're using 45 because otherwise the damage is pretty trash. But if you want a great 3-hit kill range and a PDW that works pretty well at range overall, this is a really good gun. And if you want just a close range gun, then you got the default ammo that literally just 2-shot kills anywhere on the body in close range, which is really nice. Even the M3A1 can't 2-hit kill to the body like this can. M3A1, annoyingly enough, has this downside of not being able to 2-hit kill limb. It does 48, which means if you hit 1 torso shot and 1 limb shot, it's going to be a 2-shot. We'll talk about that later on the list because I do think it's a better gun than this. But at number 7, we have the Foul Para Shorty. The Foul Para Shorty doesn't fire as fast as most PDWs, but it's still pretty quick. It also reloads pretty fast, but it only has 20 rounds. However, it does very high damage and it has higher velocity and penetration than most PDWs because it's a 7.62x51 instead of like a 9mm or 45. So it can 2-shot to the head, 3-shot to the body pretty far, and it does like 24 damage at range. It can actually 4-hit kill torso any range, which is pretty cracked. This gun isn't quite as good as it used to be because it's gotten some nerfs. However, with 5.56, it's a very good, essentially baby assault rifle that handles and reloads very fast and has pretty good accuracy. I prefer the default ammo, I'm not gonna lie, because I like the higher recoil in 20 rounds, but it's still a really good gun. And it's also got 45, which does, I think, 45 damage and has a 50-round drum. That doesn't do that well at range. It kind of falls off, but it has 50 bullets, so if you kind of like having a lot of rounds to play with and also still having pretty high close range damage, in fact, extremely high close range damage, it's really good. It used to be able to 2-hit kill limb. That was kind of busted, but They've made it better. Yes, if you used 45, the smaller ammo type, it could 2-hit kill the limbs in close range. Not very far, but like it could. Yeah, it's a good gun. My favorite part about it is probably just it walks really fast and reloads really fast. Like, I'm using a full stock on it, and it still has such good walk speed and stuff. I really like it. It's not necessarily the best PDW in the game, and if you don't really like recoil too much, it does have the extra damage, but it does have some recoil as well. Like, I'm using essentially the lowest recoil setup on it, and it's still gonna have a little bit of recoil. Next up, we have a PDW that a lot of people might say is the best, and I do think it's very good, but for a PDW role, it's not really the best. That's the MP5. The MP5 can 3-hit kill, but not very far, and it also doesn't do the best in terms of RPM. It's got 800, which is pretty good, but the thing is, it has very high velocity and very good accuracy. I'm using plus P, an ammo type that increases the recoil, and it's still an absolute beam. This is honestly maybe too good for what it can do. However, I just don't really like it for a PDW purpose because in close range, it's pretty good. It's one of the better PDW in terms of close range performance because it's so accurate, but it's not necessarily the best for just completely close range. It's fine in close range, but it really shines at medium to long range because of its ranges, its velocity, and its recoil. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is really good. If you haven't checked it out, it's not even a very high rank. It's like rank 30, and it absolutely beams. At number 5, we have a very underrated PDW, Urama 1130, which can have over 1,000 RPM with the muzzle booster, and also it's pretty accurate. Its recoil is kind of strange. It just keeps kind of going up. So if you want to, you could use like a comp or muzzle brake or T-brake to make the recoil a little bit lower, but I do like muzzle booster because it just feels really fun to use with muzzle booster. It's not necessarily better, but basically this does 25 to 15, so essentially a P90 that fires faster but kind of falls off a little bit more at range. However, it has a bigger magazine, more reserve ammo, and yeah, it's got 80 bullets. Like, that is pretty good. 80 rounds in a magazine with this reload time and this rate of fire. It's not necessarily the best damage-wise, but it's pretty accurate even with muzzle booster, and it has 80 bullets. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, this gun is extremely cracked if you want to spam, and also if you can hit like 4 shots in close range. I'm not going to say it's the best PDW in the game, but it has become a lot better. It used to do 24 to 14. Then they're like, we'll increase the damage by 1, and that made it so much better because it used to be a 5-hit kill. Now it's a 4-hit kill like the P90. So it's basically a P90, but different. I mean, I don't know, man. It's really great. So number 4, we have a PDW that really requires a specific type of person. That's the M3A1. The reason that the M3A1 is so weird is because it doesn't really fire that fast. However, it can 2-hit kill with 1 hit to the limb, so 1 hit to the foot and 1 to the middle of the body, to about 60 studs, and 2-hit kill torso to like 70 studs, and 4-hit kill anywhere at any range. And it also does about 80 damage to the head with 1 shot in close range, so it's really good. It has good multis. It doesn't have the best velocity, but like it holds up damage super well. It does very similar damage to the head to the G3, and also does way more body damage because it's gonna be a 2-hit kill. This gun is also extremely accurate and has no hipfire inaccuracy essentially. Like, it just doesn't have any spread. So you can use it with a full hipfire setup, or you could use it fully aimed in, and it doesn't really matter that much. And the range on this gun is just really good. Yeah, the velocity isn't that great, but it's 1500. That's the same as like the MP5K, the UMP45, the Tommy gun, basically any 45 and some of the 9mm guns. It's got the same velocity as those. It's not the best velocity, and it's better to have a lower velocity gun if it fires faster. And since this doesn't fire too fast, it's kind of annoying at range, but I'm not gonna lie, like, it's really accurate, so it doesn't really matter too much. That guy was trying to melee me. So yeah, if you want a pretty effective 2-hit kill, great hipfire and everything like that, check out this gun. It's just really good. Now we're down to the top 3, and these are amazing close range PDWs. In a very close range map, these are some of the best high kill game guns, maybe 100 kill games if you're pretty good. And the first one is the MP5K/10. This is a conversion on a rank 0 gun that basically just gives it a 3-hit kill. This gun has a very fast walk speed, very high DPS, and a very quick reload as well. So basically, this is a Colt SMG, but a lower rank. What is going on in this lobby? The recoil is kind of all over the place. Dude, what lobby am I in right now? I used to be able to 2-shot headshot, and it can no longer do that, which was kind of busted, I'm not gonna lie. But I think I accidentally joined a very hyping lobby. But even without the 2-shot kill head, it kills very fast, it walks very fast, it reloads very fast, and the recoil is just kind of inconvenient at times, but just super easy to control because it just kind of goes all over the place, not gonna lie. Like, it's not like a lot of recoil, to be honest. Okay, so in close range, it's a 3-hit kill. It will drop to a 6-hit kill at range, and it's not really the best gun for long range, to be honest. If you're running a longer range secondary, it's fine, and if you're playing Bazaar, it's fine. Just play any close range map, and you will pop off with this gun. It's rank 0 by the conversion. Yes, a little bit more difficult to use than something like the UMP-45, but it's better. It is far and away an amazing gun, even after the nerf for the damage on it and the range. It can still kind of destroy people, I'm not gonna lie. So that's why this one is number 3. It's a very similar gun to the Colt SMG, but I would say the Colt SMG is a little bit better overall. Our number 2 gun is the Chris Vector, which with 45 super can 2-shot headshot at 1,200 RPM. That's 300 more than the MP5K. It also has kinda lower recoil. With 45 super, it's got a bit of spread, I'm not gonna lie. Both default to ammo, it's just super accurate. So if you don't want to use 45 super, that's fine. Basically, this gun has extremely high fire rate, extremely fast ammo consumption, and if you were to fire every round continuously in this gun's entire reserve ammo pool, it would actually fire every round at about 8 seconds. Per magazine, you have 1.25 seconds of sustained fire before you run out of rounds, which means you don't really have a lot of time to land your shots, which makes this a little bit more difficult than you would initially expect, but not really that much. It's a very fast killing gun that you gotta land your shots very quickly. With 45 super, it will give you better velocity and the 2-shot kill head in close range, but higher recoil, and a 7-hit kill at range, which is not really the best. You can still use this at range if you're landing shots because of the recoil. I use 45 super because it gives you better min damage range, a 2-shot headshot in close range, and a lot better velocity, which means even though it's a 7-hit kill, which is not really great at all, at long range you can still hit stuff because of the high velocity. And as you can see, even at that kind of range, you can actually beam people down, even though it's got a little bit of recoil. This is easily my favorite PDW in the entire game. I have over 2,000 kills on it now, and 45 super has made it even more fun for me. I really love the gun. Do I recommend you pre-buy it? Kinda. I mean, it's rank 100, so just keep that in mind, but like, it's a very unique and very fun gun to use. It doesn't reload super fast, and the empty reload sucks, so if you're not going to be able to kill a guy in 1.25 seconds, if you empty your magazine, you're kind of screwed. So I do recommend that you make sure you're pretty decent with other guns like the MP5K10 before you move on to this one, because it's a little bit more difficult to use, smaller magazine, faster rate of fire, dumps its rounds in 1.25 seconds. Don't use 9mm on this gun. 9mm is fine, it's okay, but keep in mind 9mm has way worse velocity than 45 super. Yes, it has a bigger magazine, but it cannot 3-hit kill or 2-hit kill head up close, and it's still going to be a 7-hit kill at range. So unless you want a bigger magazine, I do have quite a few kills on it. I have 700, which is kind of crazy, but I have 2,000 total, so 1,300 without it. And I did pre-buy 9mm and used it for a while until I realized, oh wait, if you're good, 9mm is kind of just a downgrade. Yes, you get a bigger magazine, but like, you don't need a bigger magazine for single player encounters, and even for multiple players if you're pretty good at transferring your sprays, or if there's 2 players pretty close to each other, or if you just reload or switch to your secondary. You don't need the extra rounds, as you can see. That was the last 4 bullets. Oh shoot. This is my most favorite PDW, but it is not the best. The best is the Colt SMG 633, which has a better 3-hit kill range, a bigger magazine, a faster reload time than the Vector, and it's essentially just a slightly slower shooting Vector that's basically better in every way. It has quite a bit of recoil, but it's mostly vertical, so just pull down. Honestly, this setup versus my 45 Super Vector, this kind of has less recoil, and this gun has criminally low recoil if you get a full setup and you just pull down. Like, it just doesn't even feel like it has any recoil, which it does. It does have quite a bit of recoil, some of the highest in the game, but a proper setup and the proper trigger control, it can just be pretty much non-existent for close range, you know? Is it the best gun for longer ranges? No, it's not. A Vector that you don't have to sacrifice as much. Yes, the DPS isn't quite as good, but it's very close, while still basically being the same gun. Better 3-hit kill range even, so it actually kind of falls off less hard at range. It does have plus P if you want higher velocity and pen, but I do not recommend plus B. Like, the recoil on it is just a little bit too much. Yeah, gamers, if you guys did enjoy, that is the top 10 PDWs or SMGs in Phantom Forces. Let me know which one is your favorite down in the comments. Mine is, of course, going to be going to the Vector. The Colt SMG is cool and all, and I really like the Urama as well. I feel like the Urama is my second most, but I'd say the best one is the Colt SMG. I feel like I do better with the Vector, and the reason for that is because I just use the Vector better, and I'm very good at just using the Vector for its intended purpose, but I know a lot of people will probably disagree with it being the second best. I do think, in my opinion, it's the second best, but you can disagree. But overall, Colt SMG has been the best PDW in the game for years. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.